Welcome to VCTV, the Venture Capital TV from LATOKEN. And today we have another set of topic, another set of speakers, and also a founder who is going to be talking about his project because he's looking to raise funds. So today's topic is about investments into fintech and blockchain. So we have spoken about this topic before, but on this panel, we're going to talk more about cryptocurrencies as well, because the founder that we have, he has a crypto element and he's doing his IEO on LATOKEN, and he's looking for support from investors to raise funds. So happy Friday, Fabio. Happy Friday, Rajesh, and happy Friday, Anil. Welcome back to VCTV. How are you all today?
I'm
happy Friday,
perfectly
Sunny. Thanks
fine.
for inviting.
Great. Fabio, which country are you in right now? Just make people a little jealous. Which country are you in right now?
I'm in Switzerland. I'm in Switzerland. I'm overlooking Lake Como, which is mostly in Italy, but a chunk is also in Switzerland.
Wow. And you drove from Italy, right, to Switzerland, right?
Yeah. I'm near the border with Italy. Anyway.
Okay, great, awesome. Thanks for joining us today again. Then Anil, welcome back. I know you had back-to-back meetings, but still you could make time for us. I couldn't thank you enough. Thanks, and welcome back to VCTV. How are you today?
All well, pleasure is mine. Just jumping from one call to second, and always excited to do this show with you. So glad to be back.
Great, Anil. Like your breaky back today, and you did the right thing with your speaker up, and so
I realized.
Last but not, thank you, Anil. Welcome back from Mumbai. Last but not least, we have the founder of Phases, who is going to be pitching today as a keynote speaker from Mumbai as well. Rajesh. Hi, Rajesh. Can you please introduce yourself to our speaker, to our audience? Rajesh,
hi, Sony.
Hey, hi. How are you? Happy Friday.
Hey, Sony. Yeah, I can hear you properly.
Yeah.
You too. Hope you are safe at your place in this global crisis.
Thank you very much.
So welcome all of you, and I'm Rajesh, CEO founder Pages. Passed from 7 years working an experience of different projects and different domains of blockchain, and now working on building a protocol that overcomes the various critical problems with the blockchain technologies such as time, cost, scalability, and cross-chain transfer of blockchain assets, and while making cryptocurrencies suitable for mass adoptions in day-to-day transactions.
Right. Welcome, Rajesh. Stay tight and just take it easy. Okay, just be cool. It's a Friday. Nothing to worry about.
Sure, absolutely.
So, Anil, I would like to open the
yes, absolutely.
Great, that's the spirit. Anil, I'd like to open the floor with you, please. For those of you who do not know Anil, please start the short introduction about yourself.
Hi, good evening all. I'm Anil from Unicorn India Ventures. We are Mumbai based. I run a early stage venture fund. We are in our third fund. We have a portfolio of 25 plus companies, all tech based. We have fairly decent exposure in fintech, insurtech, also blockchain. Haven't done in crypto. I don't know whether we'll be right candidate for crypto, but certainly we are interested in blockchain. We also run a small fund, which is a cross-border fund based out of UK, and have a small portfolio of 7 companies there. So that's a brief about us, and we are pretty active in fintech space. Have 2 investments in neobanking, 2 investments in insurtech, 1 investments in blockchain, and of course quite a few in artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Okay,
Thank you.
Anil, yeah, thank you for that introduction. I know that you are a blockchain person, investor as well. The thing is, I mean, obviously, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, I think most of the investors are probably, it's new to them. But I think Rajesh today is probably going to make us understand the benefits of a crypto based on a blockchain technology, so that other investors can, probably look forward to investing into projects based on crypto and blockchain. So Fabio, like to ask from you, like just start with a short introduction about yourself and what you do.
Yes, I'm an economist by training. I have a PhD from the University of Chicago. And in my lifetime, I had several reincarnations. I started with the International Monetary Fund in Washington. Then I moved to the European Central Bank in Frankfurt for the launch of the euro. Then I took the plunge into the private sector. I went to work for Goldman Sachs in London. And then I followed a more exotic path, going to the Arabian Peninsula, first to Qatar, then Dubai, and afterwards in Oman, where I've been for 8 years the chief strategist of their sovereign wealth fund. And now I'm an investment banker. I took a share in Golden Eagle Emintad, which is a New York-based investment bank with offices in Dubai and Hong Kong. And I take care of the European operations, European clients, and European deals mostly. But if need arises, I operate all over the world.
Great, thank you, Fabio. Because we have just two panel speakers and one keynote speaker, I'll have to start with you, Fabio, because you are an economist as well, besides being an investment banker. So what's your take on founders and startups who are in the field of fintech? Like how crowded that field is. Fintech is a big umbrella term, and we have several verticals inside it. But just enlighten our speakers and the founders that how difficult it is, or easy or difficult to raise funds in fintech as a fintech startup.
You see, the problem is like with all catchy concepts and fashionable concepts, fintech has come to designate a lot of different things. And sometimes scams or things that have nothing to do with fintech or blockchain are presented in a deceptive way as being, fintech project or blockchain project. So there is, I would say, an enormous task for those who invest in startups to really separate the genuine fintech / blockchain project from the fake one. This being said, for example, I'll give you just an example. I've seen a lot of projects which were presented as fintech, artificial intelligence, big data, blah, 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 and essentially were funds with trading strategy based on technical analysis, old-fashioned, not even particularly sophisticated technical analysis. So this is one element to keep in mind. For those who have genuine innovative projects, the main, I would say, hurdle is to convince potential investors that they are really targeting a breakthrough, some disruptive technology, not some, rejigging of existing IT application or methodologies to do things a little bit better. That won't fly high because the especially finance is an industry that is extremely regulated. So every time you want to introduce some innovation, you have to convince the regulatory authorities, the clients, the board, etc., that you have a product really disruptive. And as we've seen with cryptocurrencies, the authorities tend to be skeptical or hostile to innovation that they don't understand or that they don't control. So for this reason, so far, it's easier to raise money, for example, for projects that have to do with improvement in the payment system. No? Something that makes the credit card transaction easier and faster, and smoother, etc., etc. Another area where fintech has proven successful is in the
yeah, hi Fabio, are you there?
analysis of scope. Okay? Therefore, there are a number of projects around the world, which I know very well, that have been quite successful and that have filled a niche where the traditional banking system does not offer a valid alternative.
Great.
So these are, in my view, the areas where it's easier to raise money. Everything else, which is off the beaten path, must prove its worth and must prove its, how can I say, applicability in the real world and the compliance with regulatory aspects.
So compliance, regulation, innovation, yes, and a niche where the bank has failed to give a solution are some of the differentiating factors for a founder to raise funds in this difficult times. Am I correct?
That's what investors want to see. That's the to my knowledge, what investors like in a project.
Great. Thank you, Fabio, for that. Anil, I'd like to come to you because Rajesh is also from India. He's also a founder based within the region that he invests into. So he has a payment solution and a crypto element. So what's your, what are your thoughts about raising funds, investments into this area right now? What are the challenges? What are the, if any, or what are the factors that can be help him to raise funds?
See, it's an upcoming and growing field. That there is quite a lot of interest in crypto space. But if we look from India perspective, there has been decent amount of interest, but we still have some concern around regulatory issues, which actually put industry in some kind of blockage. However, there were some rulings which have allowed crypto companies to operate freely. However, from our central bank perspective, we still have some doubts around regulatory issues. Hence, we will have a bit of 50-50 kind of response to crypto based investments opportunity, where some investors would be comfortable taking the risk, and would certainly want to look at investment opportunities. But there would be some investors who would like to wait and watch till time there is a clarity on regulatory issues. So that's my view. I think Rajesh need to work around this issue as far as Indian investors are concerned. But I think he is a bit lucky to have good access to resource to build his platform
Correct.
and offer interesting solution not only to Indian users, but also users across globe, because availability of good engineers, and a market is quite big. So as long as he's able to take care of regulatory issues, I think he will find good investor base. So that's some
Great.
my initial thoughts.
Great. Thank you. So once he's going to present his project, then we would have more questions for him to get
Sure.
clarify on. So how has this pandemic, we're living in a society where we are no more able to see each other physically or hug each other or greet each other physically. So it's become more cashless society in terms of payments. So how has this pandemic actually accelerated the fintech space? And when it comes to startup, how can they be benefited? I mean, has actually are they benefited
So,
due to this? And what
so
is
I
happening?
have so Sony, I have some interesting case to share with you. We have couple of fintech companies. We have one company which is in InsurTech, which basically enables financing of insurance premium, right? And world over, people have actually had challenges. One, protecting their job. Second, protecting their monthly earning power,
Hmm,
and also the cash flow always has been challenged, right? So when you have access to digital platform which helps meeting your regulatory requirement, or more from perspective of paying premium on time, this one company which was experimenting with their product, and when they went live
yeah,
during this pandemic, they benefited a lot because people just jumped in, right? Because one, it was digital. Second, it offers them opportunity to finance the premium, because people had challenges on their cash flow. And it was very well accepted by users across board. We have another investment which is in neo banking. And as movement of people is still restrictive across world. No, Fabio is lucky that he's been able to move from Italy to Switzerland, but I'm finding it difficult even to move around 20-25 kilometers, because we are in populous country and most impacted in world. So this non-movement actually put many businesses in spot, because they were not able to do their banking transaction. And this one company, Open Bank, which has host of digital solutions over and above normal banking solutions, actually offered opportunities for many SMEs to carry on their banking related work done through their platform, and carry on their business as usual, right? Without moving out of your home, without moving out of your office. They enabled them to carry on there. So actually fintech, Sony benefited a lot during pandemic. And it also opened up a lot of digital platform based opportunities in fintech space, right? So
great.
it is in a positive impact overall this in space. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I agree. I mean, India and Mumbai obviously is very populous, and as we are not. I mean, I'm in Singapore. I understand. Anil, where you're coming from. Fabio is more lucky as well. He drove from Italy to Switzerland. Wow. Fabio, what are your thoughts? I mean, how has the fintech industry gotten benefited by this whole pandemic? Fabio, you're on mute. We can't hear you properly.
Sorry, I had turned off the microphone to avoid disturbing you with background noises. What I was saying is, I have seen, I mean, I witnessed one area where a fintech has really thrived in as a consequence of the pandemic, and is in the credit to small and medium-sized enterprise, backed by client credit, by commercial paper, by assets, and so on and so forth. Clearly, a lot of businesses had to close down. A lot of businesses had to look for seek support of various government programs, which weren't too fast to react to the request. So a sizable shift has taken place from traditional banking and credit channels to online fintech channels. And we see these as a breakthrough. In other words, this fintech lending operations that were still on the fringe of the financial system have really taken center stage. And you know, in that sense, banks have lost ground in a significant way. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. It's still too early to say. But for example, there are areas which are being explored. For example, e-commerce credit. Clearly, there is an area where you know, fintech has played a role, but still it's not a pervasive role as is in health insurance and other form of insurance. But I don't. This is definitely less. The shift has been less powerful than in the credit to small and medium-sized enterprises, which I was mentioning before.
Why is it that? Because Anil just said that he invested into an insurtech company that obviously provides income protection for people, right? Anil, if I understand correctly, you're saying insurance is the space where it's not been really scaled up the way it should have, is it?
You asking me or Anil?
So to your point, Fabio, you mentioned about the insurance sector. So what are the challenges?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, the challenge is always to manage the risk, essentially, and to reach the client and assess how risky a client is. Now, if the health system picture has drastically changed for companies that sell health insurances, it's a challenge to assess the risk, for example. There is a lot of demand, but the supply presents a number of problems which haven't been dealt with yet. But for example, if at some point, let's say the pharmaceutical companies come up with a vaccine, and this vaccine is effective, say 85%, mm-hmm. Okay, and you can, you know, establish that 85% is a solid probability. Okay. Then it opens up a whole world of possibility for travelers, no? Because you get vaccinated, you buy an insurance policy, the premium is based on that 85%, and at that point, you know, people who have to go to countries, say, where the population is not yet completely vaccinated, or if it has to be in crowded spaces, obviously that would be, you know, a market, a huge market for companies, and it would be easy for fintech insurance companies to sell that kind of policy.
So you were talking about the health insurance. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Right. So Anil, what's your take on the InsurTech startup that you were just mentioning? I mean, so you mentioned that obviously it was COVID has been a benefit. So
So,
can you
so,
explain how?
so Tony, India is a
We
very,
can't hear you.
can you hear me now? Can you
Yes.
hear me
Yeah,
now? Yeah.
better.
So India is a very, unique market for insurance companies, right? For reason one, people are underinsured, and at the same time, it is, less penetrated. So that offers, a lot of, big opportunity for insurance companies. Secondly, it is also underserved. When I say underserved, the number of insurance product what we might have available for other markets, India probably may have lesser number of products. So you can imagine the opportunity available, right?
Right.
Because of this pandemic, of course, health insurance have taken a good surge. There is good demand as far as this one product is concerned. At the same time, people have understood importance of insurance in general. And because of technology, people are now able to offer customized product. So
Right.
India, in my view, insurance segment is or sector is looking quite positive. I am
Right.
expecting, quite a few, interesting solutions and companies scaling up. Of course, health insurance is going to see good surge because this pandemic have made everyone understood that this one product, people cannot ignore, which otherwise
Yeah.
is kind of very normal in other countries, but India, it was an ignored product. So health insurance have seen good surge. And because of digitization, the access point have increased, so that also has offered more revenues for insurance company to reach out to more customers, offer new products. For example, I spoke about this financing of premium, right, which was not there. But since financing of premium is there, insurance companies are able to upscale their offerings. For example, if somebody is taking health insurance for $10,000,
Mhm.
because of premium financing, that can go up to $20,000. So you can imagine how industry is impacted positively. So India is a different market, and it offers a lot of opportunities to grow. And the pandemic has certainly helped because people are exploring digital platforms, people are making digital payments, so industry in general have benefited in my view.
I think Anil, you're right because in countries like US and Singapore, health insurance is mandatory thing. Like
Yeah,
we all are like subscribed to a
very true.
insurance, especially when it comes to health. But I think you're right in saying India obviously the penetration wasn't there, and because of the COVID surged. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good use case to discuss. So we are nearly there, ready for the next session. So Rajesh, we would like to ask you to present your, talk about, just introduce yourself again, introduce your project, and we go from there. You there, Rajesh?
Yeah, hi Sony. I'm here. The place where I'm sitting right now, the background here is not good, and there is no roof light, so will be not be able to see me right for now. I'll be hiding videos, but in case if you need to see me, let me know. Is it okay?
Okay, sure.
Yep.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Sony?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly. Just talk about your project so that you know.
Okay,
Yeah, I can hear.
sure. So Sony, I'm as I told, like the founder and CEO of Pages, and in past from 6.5 years working and handling in projects into different domains of blockchain. And now we thought, yes, uh, working on a building a protocol that overcomes the various critical problems with blockchain technologies like time, cost, scalability, and cross-chain transfer of blockchain. assets while making cryptocurrency and suitable for mass adoptions in day-to-day transactions. So we came up with the idea, pages. It's like redefining the future of cashless economy. Uh, Sony, I'm ready to share the my PPT
Okay.
with the keynotes and all.
Sure. Emmanuel, can you please give the host rights, co-host rights to Rajesh? Can you share the screens now? You have to press the green button, and can you do that? Yeah, you
Yes,
have
I
the right.
received.
Yeah. You have the rights now. Please share your PPT. Yeah, we can see your screens. That's correct. Good.
Hope you're getting this.
Yeah, we can see
Okay.
your screen very good. Yeah, go ahead.
So I would like to start this keynote by appreciating and thanking you all who are present here, to people who are curious, who anticipates and welcome change to the people, who see things forward, and all those who are willing to ride on the coming wave of financial and economical disruption. So, and it's well proven time to change in history that change is the only thing that is permanent. And those who had ignored it had been cursed, whether in life or in business. And today, one area of this change is that happening at a rapid pace on the daily basis that I'm specifically going to talk about is decentralized finance, and why it is necessary innovation, or say a necessary alternative to traditional finance to meet the demand of 21st century. Uh, there may be some time to mainstream adoption, but it is inevitable. Before I further begin my talk, I would like to highlight that I would keep this talk on the abstract level, where my main focus would be on what and why, like rather than how. Today, I'm not going to talk about figures, numbers, statics, and data. I would to share my thoughts back on my vision, my experience, and my like perception institution more than based on data. In next 30 minutes, I have to quickly cover both broad range of things. Anyways, let's move further. Like my today going to talk about to be divided into 4 segments.
Yeah, sure.
Like first, I would to share my thought in brief about current financial situation and uncertainties at micro and world level. Then I would to talk this further to share my thoughts on how the world of decentralized public blockchain and cryptocurrencies and smart contracts are emerging as potential alternative solution which regard to like traditional finance, and why millennials are going to be its early adopter and push it forward to mainstream.
Okay. Sorry. Rajesh, you there? So guys, I mean, can you hear him? I can't hear him. Anil and Fabio?
Then I would, share my thoughts in brief about current few of major roles and assumptions, and while I think quite certain that it is not. And in the last.
Can you hear Anil?
No.
So Rajesh, we cannot hear you very clearly. You there?
Sonia, am I audible?
Your voice is breaking up. You're audible, but the things that you're trying to say is not very clear.
Hello.
Yeah. The things that you're trying to explain.
Yeah, I'm there. Sonia, am I audible? Can you hear me?
You are audible, but what I'm trying to say, when you're trying to explain things, it's not very clear. Yeah, you can start again. And yeah, just keep it high level, please, because we're running short of time.
Okay, the last which I was discussing, what we are doing at Pages in the field of decentralized finance, definitely in this segment, I will discuss in brief about our products. Is that what we are working on and planning to launch in near future? Explaining it's like few of characters and features, like what it will be a unique.
Sure.
You hope you can hear me properly.
Yeah. Scroll next, please. Yeah, we got it. Next slide.
Sure. Let's move to the things like what we are thinking. Like the current scenarios are totally different in terms of the decentralized finance and all. Few reasons that I have observed. Age is one of the factor, of course, but I would say as a humans are evolving and rather evolving at exponential rate due to almost free and easy access of information, knowledge around the world. And uh, I personally because of the financial and economic system, especially the younger generation, which were earlier and not easily accessible or still not being taught in schools.
Right.
As of now, based on what I observed, I would like to divide early adopters of decentralized finance and cryptocurrency in two categories. Uh, the millennials and younger generations. The reason why I already shared just before in my talk. So why the second one is the why based on demographic. Take the example like Venezuela recently. The country went into hyperinflation. Their financial and economically system almost collapsed. Suddenly, people saving in their bank account became worthless due to uncontrolled excess printing of currencies and various other potentials. Reason like in the public of Venezuela has lost faith and trust in their government and in their different country central currencies. So this is the main reason. And you can see that where as of now financial system is still in waiting to collapse like that. What happened in Venezuela? In Venezuela, people are still using you are using a cryptocurrency called Dash for their daily transaction.
Right. Yeah.
Like there are some limitations, obviously the roadblocks where I personally think that these are the big issue, and where the suddenly can see a rise of crypto and decentralized exchanges with an innovation of concept like liquidity pool, liquidity mining, and obviously now the audit also take a major play in terms of credibility, in terms of trust. Innovation, experimentation, and failure simultaneously taking place. Last 7 to 8 months since the field of DeFi has been quite eventful. The planning in this field is quite overwhelming, but at the same time, obviously exciting.
Yeah, sure.
Now the concern due to time constraint, I would not go into details of some of the popular DeFi protocols here, but I would like quickly jump into the few of main challenges concerned in the current DeFi market. There are other challenges concerned to that needed to be addressed, but I would like to highlight two major concerns of DeFi market according to me that need to be addressed before its mainstream adoption. One is the transaction cost. This concern is quite trending on the internet because currently most of DeFi products, which can also called apps, has been developed on the Ethereum blockchain. Current issues is using these addresses high transaction cost and low processing time of transaction. These transaction costs, the gas fee specifically, to send transaction on Ethereum chain has been increased further due to sudden increase in the number of transaction on Ethereum main chain due to like deployment and utilization of lots of smart contracts built on the various DeFi products. So the other concern which I would like to talk is most important point of my talk, which I feel or found so far has been least taken care of or have talk about. So what is it like? It's related to specifically, you can say insurance.
So what are the challenges in insurance?
The main what we want to bring. Sony, these days, in technically, if I'm going to share my things, like lots of, we have liquidity pools in terms, I'm taking an example like Uniswap, Banker, different exchanges, the decentralized specifically, the DeFi products, they have the liquidity pools. And if someone wants to hold their Ethereum or their digital assets, the reason why people, need the insurance section in specifically to the smart contracts or for the liquidities platforms, because if they have there any kind of Ethereum or any kind of assets present in their liquidity pool. For an example, if they have 10 Ethereum in their liquidity pool, and how they will like assured like it's my asset is secure there or not. For an taking an example, like few days back, I'm not pointing on the name. A founder came on the Twitter and said that we have bug in our smart contract and we are unable to solve this, and unfortunately we lost the funds. Like, but a user, a common user, how they are much aware of the smart contracts audit and different kind of scenarios in market, because that's why we came with the idea for the insurance. Yes, we like where the users would be able to take insurance against failure of any of the smart contracts protocol listed on our DApp. For example, if Uniswap having the liquidity pool, and any user is going to invest their digital assets in their pool, so they much assured with the section of insurance features, where they would have to pay a small amount of premium in terms of get insured against any protocol failure with the help of our pages, obviously. So,
Okay.
we will keep our business logic and DApp model, where in the future large number of other functionalities can be added based on market demand, like the
Yeah. So
borrow and
Rajesh, we
stake,
are
the
talking
lend
more technical here.
facilities.
Sorry to interrupt. We are talking very technical here. Can we move to the next slides to show any traction that you have already?
This is the main, like what we want to bring in our platform, specifically to pages, how it can be sold. The problem mean comes to the main reason. There are main comes, like as I discussed, the insurance part, with the help of math, tokens, economics, and smart contract design, creating a smart contract based insurance mechanism where anyone would be able to take out insurance for their tokens, assets invested in various protocol like Compound, Aave, Kyber, Banker, etc. and etc. In this, like stakeholders who want to receive insurance would need to pay a small amount in forms of premium to protect their assets. Premium charges would vary based on auditing, reputation, and how the new is respective DeFi or DApp protocols on the base on their smart contract. There are few DeFi already in the market. For example, Nexus Mutual, who's working in the field of providing insurance, but they required obviously KYC. And also now the user for some of other countries around the world has been restricted due to some legalities. Like now the main final segment is like this is like what we are planning to bring into DeFi marketplace in near future.
Okay.
This digital permissionless open and global banking DApp.
Okay, great. I think we all got a understanding, a fair amount of understanding. So let's take some questions from the judges, so that when you have something to show the presentation, you can show and explain. So can you now stop the presentation and we take the question, so we have a better understanding? Yeah, thank you. So
Yes,
judges,
sure.
over to you. Please ask away your questions. Fabio?
Yeah, my first question is, when you talk about pool of liquidity, are you referring to assets held in cryptocurrency?
Yeah, Fabio.
Rajesh?
Fabio. Yes, I can hear.
So did you hear my question, or do you want me to repeat it?
Can you repeat it again, Fabio?
My question is, you speak about the pool of liquidity to which you want to offer your services. Now, the pool of liquidity you refer to, I understand, but correct me if I'm wrong, is the liquidity held in cryptocurrencies, from Ethereum to Bitcoin to Basecoin to whatever. And the question, though, as with most of the cryptocurrency space, is how you link this pool of liquidity with the fiat currency money. In other words, if I save, invest, or in any sense use my Bitcoin, how can I then transfer the proceeds into a normal bank account, or how would I use it to, I don't know, fund a startup or pay my employees?
Great question. Did you understand that question, Rajesh? Rajesh, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. So did you understand what Fabio asked? How the Bitcoin?
Sorry, can you hear me?
We can hear you very well. Sorry, did you get the question what Fabio asked?
Okay, so
Did you hear the question? Because I'm not sure whether you were listening. I'm afraid we have a connection problem, Sonny. It's
can you hear me, Sonny?
No, Rajesh, we can't hear you when you asked me this question. Can you hear me, Sonny?
Maybe there is a connection problem.
But did you get It's my question to you, Rajesh. Can you hear Fabio's question?
Okay.
No.
I got the I got the yes, I got the question of Sabio.
Can you switch on your video, please? It's
sure.
should, yeah. It's okay.
Because of
So
the internet,
can you
maybe issues and
no issues. Yeah, can you, because it's a very simple
so
question.
I got the question of Fabio, like about the liquidity pool. Yes.
And you answer,
Hello.
please. You answer, please.
Yeah, so I got the question, like Fabio, about, obviously, yeah, you are correct. It's all about the cryptocurrencies and the liquidity which you ask. Like, suppose lots of I'm mostly want to talk about the DeFi. Like, we have lots of protocols running in the market. Those who are using OX protocols and different protocols like Uniswap, Kyber, and they are all our DeFi products, and lots of products coming day by day in terms of based on smart contracts and based on different open source protocols and different their own libraries. Suppose, for an example, you are a crypto enthusiast and you are going to invest your money into a different segment, and one of your choice is into crypto, and you want to invest into the decentralized finance platform like DeFi. You are going to invest, like, how do you get to know, like, where you have to invest, and the next, like, in case if you invested, like, how are you assured that you're investing money or you invested digital asset is like assured or not? Like, for an example, taking an example of Uniswap. Uniswap having the liquidity pool. Suppose if I'm going to buy any digital assets by the medium of Ethereum or different stable tokens, now I'm going to there are two functions. If I'm talking about technically, like, if I'm going to swap my tokens and want to be part of digital assets, I have Ethereum or the stable coins like DAI and USDT. I have to find the liquidity, like which token or which asset I have to buy in the liquid pool, and against that I have to take a bid, and we will get our as per our need our tokens. Suppose, for an example, if one Ethereum is equivalent to 400 USDT, and we are going to get 400 USDT. But Uniswap is much popular, and day by day, like, lots of product and platform are coming. But how new early like new user or early adopters, how do they get to know if I'm going to invest in that protocol, are they safe or not? For an example, like, we would uh, integrate our various popular DeFi products like Uniswap, Aave, Synthetic, and Dex, Bancor, Kyber, etc. In our pages DeFi DApp to provide liquidity and various related services to our users and stakeholders. Like, this is the first launched with the features of portfolio management, asset exchange swap, a feature using various liquidity pool. Like everyone aware of Uniswap, but like if any platform is going to come in the market, we will do the due diligence and we do the audit. Like this will be the insurance, like which I discussed. That this how insurance will work on. Like they are
Yeah.
much assured of their functionality and the bug fixing part.
Okay. So Fabio, did that answer your question?
Yeah, but I still don't understand. Let's assume that somebody has 1,000 Bitcoins. Okay. What kind of investment opportunities you offer, and why should he use or should be attracted by your opportunities, not something else? Because the smart
Rajesh.
contract element,
Like if I'm talking like
the smart contract element is, a smart contract is a set of conditions. If something happens, then you transfer money from person A to person B. This is in a nutshell, a smart contract based on a blockchain technology, right? So, can you explain exactly from the perspective of somebody who has 1,000 Bitcoins and wants to invest, what you offer?
Rajesh?
yeah. So in terms of like pages.
So you got the question, right?
I got the question, Sonny.
Good.
As I talk, like pages is an ecosystem specifically, like uh, coming with the different products in the market. Like defi is the main
Right.
one of them. We already live with the market analytic product. Like any user can track their digital assets. Suppose if I'm a new into this industry, and I'm going to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever and so on, not on my platform, on the Binance specifically, where like our market insight platform will give you the complete insights on like the price up and downs, what happening in the market, when you have to buy, when you have to sell. It give you the push notifications to the end users. Like they don't have to visit like on regular basis on exchange. Like they have to set their portfolios over there, whether I'm going to buy Ethereum on Binance, Hubai, or on so many exchanges. Like we integrated like more than 40 exchanges API on a single ecosystem platform, where a user can track their digital assets just a single click. What happening in the market in terms of related to Ethereum, Bitcoin, or different so on assets. He can easily explore the news related to particular every asset. He don't have to visit like for every asset specifically. If I'm going to explore news for Ethereum, I'm going to explore news for Bitcoin, I have to visit a different kind of platform, what exactly happening over there. But on our single ecosystem platform, they can easily access what happening in the globe for a single asset, not particularly in the cryptocurrency market. If I'm interested only in Ethereum, what happening in the Ethereum, they can explore, they can access like, okay, these kinds of news, these kinds of up and downs, on which exchange is trending, on which what I'll get into that particular smart contract or not. Every insight will get in terms of like the
Okay.
cryptocurrency
So
market
Fabio,
on
what
the
he's saying
platform.
that the platform is a single source of information, as it gives analytics about all the different, because he has APIs.
Yeah, so it's an integrator of market information across various exchanges on Bitcoin's exchange rate and other derivative assets based on various cryptocurrencies, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Got you.
Okay. So Anil, do you have any question?
So, Rajesh, I don't have much
Yes,
work on
Anil.
crypto. Of course, I do understand blockchain part, but not on crypto. But what I could understood from your last conversation, when you were answering Fabio, have you built a platform which enables people to
Mhm.
validate, what kind of platforms or you know uh, this cryptocurrencies are good, or you yourself run a kind of exchange where people can trade, or it's just a information platform?
No, I'm coming on your point, Anil. We creating an ecosystem specifically that we have built this market and insight platform where people can learn. Obviously, coming with the blockchain academy where
Hmm.
they can learn like how cryptocurrency playing in the market, what
Hmm.
like how what will be the era of blockchain and the trading part and so on. Market insight platform is a the second step for the beginners.
Hmm.
Specifically they can learn, they can explore on a single click. Like for an I'm taking an example of ICO bench. They have the information of the running ICOs, the running new projects in terms of blockchain, fintech, and
Hmm.
cryptocurrency specifically.
Hmm.
But in case if I'm exploring the ICO bench, and I have to explore now, like apart from the ICO, like what the news is going to be taken in specifically for that assets and all. This market insight platform will give you the access of whole ecosystem of different. We already integrate the APIs of different exchanges where they can directly land their on their platform, and they can easily explore different assets and all. And I'm like that due diligence part, like the insurance section part, like the defi which we are going to launch in couple of days, like with the wallet management, where a user can easily explore without the middleman and all. This is the whole about the defi. They easily can take collateral based crypto loans in terms of their digital assets. Like they have their Ethereum and they have different assets, and they can easily they can take loans over there. And with the like we have like insurance section, the different pools we will be integrated over there to where
So
the people or
Rajesh,
user will get
Rajesh,
benefits
so
of.
what do you mean by insurance? Can you give an example?
Insurance, for an example, like we have lots of projects and all.
Your
Yes,
voice
yes,
is
sure.
breaking up,
For an
Rajesh.
example, Anil, we have one very popular product, Away and Kyberswap. They are working on Ethereum mainnet. Obviously, they on the basis of smart contract. I'm now audible.
No,
So, okay,
it's
Rajesh, a
breaking.
simple question from Anil. Simple question. Okay. So you said that you provide
Mhm.
crypto loans, right?
Mhm.
So tell
We will
how do
we
you
will do
provide
like
insurance? No, no,
yes, yes.
insurance when it comes to insurance. So how do you insure
Insurance,
these?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm giving you an example. Suppose if anyone invested into different protocols, I'm talking about the third party platform or the platform those who are into the market, already having facility of their decentralized finance platform. Like the popular one are based on Aave protocols, the Uniswap, Kyberswap, Compound, Banker, and so many. But lots of projects are already
Got it.
going to jump into the market. But for a new or early investor, obviously, like it's like the main concern will be the assurance of his fund. So what we will do, we will simultaneously do our due diligence. Like our technical team will take care of due diligence of their smart contracts. Is there any bug, is there any issues? So for that, if they want to invest, we will give the due diligence. We will create a liquidity pool where they can buy the premium. Like if they are investing in Uniswap, they can buy the premium with us, that we are assured we have the due diligence of their smart contract audited by us, and you are assured that your fund are safe, and they can buy by the
Right.
help
So
of
got
pages.
excellent. Got it. Anil, did that answer your question?
Yeah, glad.
Great. Fabio, any other last
Thank you.
questions? Fabio, you're on mute. Fabio, you're on mute. Yeah.
Yes, here I am. Unfortunately, I have to go because I have another commitment. But the issue is that the validation of these contracts needs to be, it's a difficult task. Let's put it this way. That's my comment. And it depends also who you give the. I have the church bell here, unfortunately,
Yeah.
that is in the
It's
background.
okay.
But
Yes.
what I want to say is that if you give a loan to a company that operates in, say, dollars or euro or yen or whatever, then you take also an exchange rate risk, because if it takes a loan in Bitcoin and has to give it back in Bitcoin, but it's a company that operates in dollars, say, it depends, the burden of repayment depends on the exchange rate between Bitcoin and dollar.
How do you mitigate that risk, Rajesh? Somebody wants to borrow in Bitcoin, but they operate in dollars.
We are in process to like the forex to crypto conversion first, because earlier like defi have certain limitations also. They are based on obviously
Decentralized finance, right?
transpiration.
Decentralized finance
The
for short.
decentralized, yes, this decentralized finance platform obviously like having certain limitations also, but in terms of trust and transparency, they are up to the mark, as Fabio said that there are certain burdens on different scenarios in terms of taking loans into USDT and all. Like they can we will come up with the facility for the forex to crypto. First they have to convert obviously, and into stable coins like the USDT, USDT, and they will take this a credit limit will be there according to their asset values, according to their market price, according to their market cap. So there will be the credit value, and as I told you, like the insurance part will enhance the more their assets. And suppose if they have Ethereum into Uniswap or different liquidity pool, they can utilize the value of their digital assets on without any middleman, and they can easily borrow in terms of stable tokens. And further, as I told you, like we have planned to convert forex to crypto with the IBN facility. They can transfer their money into direct to their international banking account.
Thank you, Rajesh. You are just conscious of the time. So Fabio, that answered your question. So they are
Yes.
having a crypto to fiat facility coming up soon. Anil, since you are in the InsurTech, I think your question was answered as well.
Yeah.
So any last thoughts before you close the session today? Fabio, what's your closing remarks and feedback about the session and generally about VCTV?
As usual, it's a very lively and enlightening session. There's the networking and the learning is really superb, and you have me often on stage, so that means that I do appreciate your TV and what I learned from the interaction with other speakers, and in this case from the presenter.
Thank you, Fabio. We've been moving along with you from Italy to Switzerland now. So thank you for being our biggest supporter. I think Fabio is one of the biggest supporter. Anil, I have to say, he's always like available. He gives his time toward this platform. He has a lot to share. He's an economist and investment banker, and a lot to learn from him. Thank you, Fabio, for those closing remarks.
Thank you.
And to have a great weekend, and and we hope to see you soon next week or weeks to come.
I'll be always glad and honored to be on your show, Tommy.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. Anil, what's your closing remarks and feedback about VCTV?
So this is not my first time. I liked it, so I came again. Thanks for having me on this. I agree with Fabio that it offers you opportunity to network. It's a
Yeah.
very
So
live interaction.
yeah.
No, sorry. No, so what I was saying, this is not my first time. I like the format, so came again and would love to come again and again. It's a very
Yeah.
interesting platform, live platform, which give opportunity, for exchange of ideas, meeting people, across globe, and also to hear, young bright, ideas, and to explore what's happening, on this segment. What I like about it, you get to hear, diversified view from different geography, right?
Right.
While we are at a different time zone, I
Yeah.
know you being in Singapore, it is bit, dark over there, but and appreciate, your efforts in bringing this. It's very nice live, and would love to keep coming again and again and share some thoughts and keep learning from other people. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you, Anil. Thanks a lot. I mean, I just want to say that Rajesh is also based in your same state as you. He's in
Yeah,
Mumbai. And you wish to probe a little bit more into what he's trying to say. Was trying to, because time was short and obviously the
sure.
connection issues are there. You can feel free to connect with him and get your insurance questions more
Sure,
explained in a better way by him. So
sure,
Rajesh,
sure.
thank you
Thanks.
for sharing your presentation today. I mean, I know we can't get away with the connection issues that we were having. I mean, obviously, it's something that unavoidable.
Absolutely.
However, you did a great job, and thank you so much. So, what's your closing remarks and feedback about VCTV? What do you think? What do you like about VCTV?
It's a very innovative kind of approach, and the idea behind this VCTV LATOKEN's playing a very beautiful role in terms of specifically the tokenomics and digital assets. Like, it's a trending one, that, and it is pleasure to, for us to be part of a LATOKEN, to give and cater the community of across different geographicals and different where the scenarios of obviously our, like, to bring and cater different community in terms of, like, across the globe, and it's like looking forward to hear again from Anil, and we'll definitely uh, like move ahead with
Thank
the
you.
our main mission to bring redefining the future of cashless economy.
Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you, Anil. I have met Rajesh in various events when we used to travel across Southeast Asia, and he's an entrepreneur and founder. So you can always,
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
find energy.
I would love to interact and learn from
Thanks a
his
lot, Sonny. Thanks for the
wisdom.
appreciation.
Of course, today being
Pleasure
so
mine, sir.
close, it will be tough for us to meet in person, but would certainly, catch up over phone with him.
Great.
Absolutely,
Thank you a
absolutely.
lot.
Definitely looking forward.
Thank you, Anil. Thank you, Rajesh, for your time today. So I just want to say,
Thanks,
and with
Sonny.
my closing remarks, so you can watch our shows, because today's topic was fintech and blockchain. You can watch other topics throughout the week, throughout the months at www.latoken.com/events. So another event section, you can just scroll through their favorite topic, and you can watch us there. The replays are there of the past sessions. But if you want to take part in the forthcoming sessions, which Anil is invited already, you can be a part of those sessions as well. And for investors like Anil, the profiles are getting featured on our website at www.latoken.com/profiles. So any startup founder like Rajesh can always reach out to Anil through our platform. So our mission is to connect founders like Rajesh with investors like Anil very smoothly. So, having said that, we come to the end of the panel. I had a great time talking to people because I know Anil, I know Rajesh, I know Fabio. It's becoming a little family for me. And today is Friday. I'm very excited. I end my week on a very high note, I would say. I really enjoyed the session today. And I wish to see you all back on a session, on a panel. Until then, stay safe and stay connected. Bye. Bye, Anil. Bye, Rajesh. Take care.
Thanks, Sonny. Bye bye. Bye bye, Sonny.
Bye.
Take care.